And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, and today I am reviewing Lego The Incredibles, released on multiple platforms. I played it on the Nintendo Switch. I want to say it was released in 2019, so a newer Lego game for sure. And once again, thank you to LikunMiffery for giving me the chance to play this game, letting me borrow it, as always, so big thanks there. As you guys know, I am big fan of Lego games. I've played a lot of them, either for playthroughs on this channel or reviews, and there's even more on the list after this game. But I've been kind of let down with some of the older ones that I had played because they just didn't feel as elaborate. But this was a nice change back to what I had known prior, and I got some thoughts. So let's jump right into it. So, yeah, like I said, it's a refreshing return to Lego games I know and love, the more modern ones. It's good. A lot of humor, lots of stuff to do, the open world aspect and stuff. So it was nice to return to all that after playing some of the more classic ones, which aren't bad. I'm not saying those are bad, but they're definitely a little more bare bones than what Lego games have become known as later down the line. So I do like the Lego Pixar thing in the intro. That's pretty cool. In fact, there are a lot of other Pixar references in this game, and that comes with like the family builds. No, not the family builds. It comes with the Pixar builds, where you can do like certain missions as other Pixar characters. Toy Story is referenced a bunch. I also saw a good amount of WALL-E references. I know you can play as like Lightning McQueen, the girl from Brave. I don't remember what her name is off the top of my head, but you can do it, and you can play as Dory, so Dory as well as the Incredibles, who are also Pixar and stuff. So I think that's really cool way to incorporate all of the different name IPs and whatnot. And so I think that was done really well. I didn't get to experiment with the other Pixar characters in the bonus missions as much as I hoped. I thought you would be able to unlock more of them as you played the game. It doesn't seem like the case, and it seems like you got to do a little bit more extra stuff to get them. I just didn't have the time for that, but they did look really cool in what I saw. So you get to play both the Incredibles movies in this game. 12 levels, 6 of them are for Incredibles 1, 6 of them are for Incredibles 2. But for some reason, you play Incredibles 2 first. I know Incredibles 2 had just come out. Like this game came out just after the movie. So they want to help promote that movie. But it doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you go in chronological order? Especially when at the end of the first Incredibles portion of the game, aka the actual ending of the game, well, the ending of the main game, you get a cutscene referencing the baby having powers, but we already know the baby has powers because we get to play as the baby in Incredibles 2, the first part. So it just doesn't make sense why they structured it that way. I feel like it would have, I don't know, I guess it was just for more promotional material. It doesn't seem like very well placement or structuring, in my opinion. I thought each character had pretty cool abilities. That's not always the case with Lego games. A lot of the characters can seem kind of generic with each other, with only minor changes in ability. But these characters all have very unique abilities, in my opinion. And they have a lot of cool areas in the game, in the levels that are specifically designed for them. It also really encourages going back in free play mode and doing a bunch of other stuff there to get more collectibles and unlock stuff and check new stuff out, so that's good too. I liked all the different stuff that they can do, which is good because it follows along what they do in the movie. So, also Saul Goodman voices in this game. What? Seriously? How? How is he? How? I don't understand. How did you get him to voice in this game? Also, Mr. Incredible sounds like Homer Simpson. I know he's not played by the guy who plays Homer Simpson. It just sounds like it, so I thought that was pretty funny. One thing that I thought was pretty cool were the mystery bags. you get a mystery bag and then you can open it and then it's a new character that you can play as in the game. I thought that was really, really cool. It's something that, I haven't really seen in any other Lego games that I've played. And I think it's a cool thing to tie in, like, their physical Lego releases, these mini bags, into the game. I only got to do a couple of them. I don't know how you get more. Eventually, I just started unlocking the characters the regular way, like you do in most other Lego games, where you just beat a level and then you unlock characters that were in that level, or, like, other generic characters. So I don't know how you get more of the mystery bags, but I thought that was a cool little piece that we got to see from it. So, like I said before, there's only 12 levels in the main game. Plus, there's a 13th bonus level that's really short. But the main 12 levels, in my opinion, were pretty long compared to other Lego games. There's just a lot of segmented stuff to do, which is good because there are only 12, so it still adds a good amount of playtime onto the game. And also, there's, a lot to do. It never felt like it was super boring, but it also made sure it wasn't super rushed either. I just noticed that, but it wasn't anything too bad, so. I also really noticed that the loading screens were really long in this game. I don't know if that's because of playing on the Switch, or because of the age of the game, or something out of that is, like, not, like, just the game itself, like some other outside factor. I did like, however, the information that we get while on the loading screens, including a lot of information about Pixar Easter eggs in a lot of movies. Mainly, the Incredibles movies that reference other movies in the game. Or other movies that, not in the game, but in the Pixar, like, realm. So I think that was cool. This way to keep it very informational. So, most times, like Lego Jurassic World, they have information about, like, the park, like, like it's actually functioning, or sometimes they have quotes from the movie, or movies, and then some of the games, they don't really have anything. This one, though, very good, so good use of that. Bosses now have health bars instead of hearts. Now, they act the same, like, they go down the health goes down in certain fractions, instead of by singular hearts, so it kind of feels the same, but it's weird. Now they have health bars. We still, like, the characters themselves, like the ones you play as, still have the hearts, but they have health bars. I don't know why they made that change. It's not a bad change in my opinion, just something that I noticed. One thing that really annoyed me is that water and ice characters can't immediately put out any fire. They can for some that are, like, designed that you need to be put out by, like, Frozone. I don't know any water characters, but, Frozone, Frozone. He can't put out all fire, and that just doesn't make any sense. Some people say, oh, maybe it was just programmed wrong. Maybe it's only supposed to be for a certain task or something like that. But they literally say, as part of one of the parts of the loading screens of the game, water and ice characters cannot put out fire. What? Why can't they put out fire? It says you have to do a certain water task to make them do certain things. Like, what the hell? Seriously? Doesn't make any sense to me. And then the final battle, in my opinion, was pretty underwhelming. The level's actually just called Final Showdown. And, I've seen the movie, and seen the first movie, and I know how it's technically supposed to go. I don't know, it just didn't really feel like it just didn't feel like a boss battle, in my opinion, really. It just kind of felt like another level, and then it's over. It's just very anticlimactic for what they were hyping it up to be. And, like, again, I know the ending of the movie, they didn't really follow that on. Then again, though, they completely ignored that entire scene with the guy trying to jump from the building and Mr. Incredible saving him, and later the publicity that came from not wanting to be saved. You know what I mean, if you've seen the movie. They ignored that completely. So I guess they didn't have to worry about that at all with staying super canon if they were just going to ignore certain parts anyways. The little post-game bonus level where you just go around to destroy the city is pretty funny. I don't know why it's there, but it's fun. You know, the good way to collect studs and have fun a little bit at the end of the game. So that's really all my notes. But in overall, I did feel like each movie was very compromised because they were only given 6 levels to work with per movie for the game. I felt like maybe having a few extra levels per movie would have really, really worked well here. And it would have been a lot easier. It would have been nice to... Because the story did feel a little choppy. It did feel a little bit not super put together well. And you could definitely tell. Did that really compromise like the design of the levels or how well it played? No. But I've never watched the second one. I'll be honest. I have watched the first one though, and that's where it really, really felt choppy. There's a lot of pieces in the movie that were just kind of left out. Some that they maybe elaborated on too much that I didn't feel like needed to be elaborated on. It just didn't feel super complete, in my opinion. But it's a minor complaint. The game still is really fun. Of course, it's a Lego game. It's going to be fun because it's a Lego game. So, I still really enjoyed it and would recommend playing it if you get the opportunity. Maybe don't pay full price for it. I wouldn't. But if you get the opportunity, 100% recommend it. So, my final score for Lego The Incredibles, I'm going to have to give this a 8. We give it an 8 out of 10. Still a fun game. It's a Lego game. What do you expect? So, that's going to do for this review, though. If you've ever played Lego The Incredibles, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do for this video, so stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.